Crused Wasteland, the simplified version. First things first, we want to make sure that our setup is right. So you want to have your tank in one spot and you want to have everyone else on the left or right. Ask your tank which direction they're more comfortable going in because it makes the whole dungeon easier when they're more comfortable rotating. In this dungeon run, I'm going left, so that's where my team is positioned. The first mechanic of this boss is going to be a purple dot. Keep in mind that purple dot is not going to just target your tank. It's going to target the closest person to the boss. If your DPS is constantly closer than the tank, ask them to back up a little bit. Sometimes that does happen. Once the player is marked, you want them to stand as close to the side as possible. So remember, we're going left, so I'm going to stand closest to the right. I jump to let my team know, hey, get ready to open the gate. My team will wait for the fire to start and then we'll open the gate. One thing you want to know is where I'm standing. I'm standing close to the boss. I am not standing far away from the boss. The reason why we're not doing that is because it takes a lot longer for you to travel long ways than it does short ways. This is what gets a lot of players killed. Stay as close to the boss as possible and as close to this line as possible. From there, he opens the gate and I jet out. You'll know that he's going to start breathing the fire. Once he turns purple, you're free to move. Be careful not to go too fast because if you go too fast and get behind him, he'll switch directions and the whole run will be ruined. If you're the tank, as you're running, pay attention to this line. Everybody else is going to go to the next section, but you're going to stay right here. Now, it can be kind of hard to know where to stop as a tank when that gate opens because it disappears. But pay attention to this horn right there. It's very easy to know, okay, don't run past that. As we run, we sit there and we wait. We're not gonna get hurt, don't panic. This might take your tank a couple of attempts to get the understanding of where to stand, but once he does it, it's a cakewalk. From there, the boss is gonna spawn 2 purple vortexes under players. All you need to do is roll out the way or jump out the way. It's a very simple mechanic to dodge and it's not really worth stressing. The next mechanic is when the boss turns red. When he turns red, he's gonna mark the person furthest away. When the person is marked, you want them to go to the back of the slice that your team is occupying in, wait for it to disappear, and then run forward. However, the person that had the mark in this lobby did not do that. That's not to say that they're bad or anything like that, but this goes to show how uncoordinated games are, which is why we need to make sure things are simple. Although they decided to open that gate and put the red dot down and all that randomness, it's okay because the team understands when I'm marked, get ready to open the gate and get ready to rotate. Now, I do want to mention that if you open a gate and it closes, it's going on cooldown. You cannot open it again. Luckily, we already understood how to play this mechanic, so even though one team member messed up, it doesn't wipe the entire party. Keep it simple. Once the boss reaches around 30% HP, he's going to start doing 2 purples and 2 reds. Remember, purples are the fire breath to the person closest and reds are to the people that are the furthest. In this example, I get hit first because I was the person closest, right? So it's the same mechanic. We run around, do our thing. But now he's going to target someone else. Remember, the whole team understood the mechanic. The person's purple, you go to the side, we move. We've been doing it for this whole entire run. So they already understood. I stay where I am because I'm not part of that mechanic and the team knows exactly what to do and where to go. So now my team is on the right. What does that mean? Well, if the purple dot comes back onto me, I stand to the left and we start doing it counterclockwise because now we're swapped. It is what it is, it happens. The boss then shoots down 2 red dots. We already know what to do. Go to the back like we told them in the lobby. These are all random players, by the way. Go to the back, they went to the back, and then from there, it's a good game. This particular dungeon is going to take a few runs to get down. However, if you keep it simple, it's very easy for everyone to understand. A good thing that I like to do is demonstrate what's going on before we start the fight. You can run around and just fake it. Demonstrating it beforehand is a very good way to get people to understand what your thought process is. If you're looking for a particular dungeon, I have a playlist down below of all the dungeons simplified. Until next time, you know what I always say. Thank you guys for doing what? Popping often. Will often.